Hello, this is Mr. Bojack, and this is for the love of the drones. Like I said, this is part 2 to the Spry Plus and Splash Drone 3 101. So we're out here in beautiful Garfield Park on the west side of Chicago, and I really didn't think I had to do this because I thought pretty much people had experience with flying these drones, but I'm seeing that you don't. So I'm doing a tutorial. I'm letting you know things to look for in your drone, how to fly your Spry Plus, because you guys are sitting there thinking this is a DJI product or a Unichi product or this is a Swellpro product. So the thing of it is, too many emails stating that crashes that could have been avoided because things that need to be done. So with Spry Plus, now this is a different drone than the Splash Drone 3. As you notice, if you watch part 1 of the Splash Drone 3, you notice I only do an oximeter calibration. So basically, when it comes to the Spry Plus, I do a full calibration. I do a full calibration twice. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do the calibrations for you, and we're gonna get everything set up real quick. So as you already see, put the hat cam on. So as you see, we have our Spry Plus. Let me pull this off real quick. Now, when I fly my Spry Plus, so that you guys know, like now my Spry is already pretty much calibrated, but you notice my PNR is off a little bit. So what you do is you hold down and you go left right really fast till you get it initialized. I hope you guys can see this. Now it's done. Now you're gonna hold up. Initialize. Now, as you guys remember, I always told you we do this twice. Now, if you notice, the second time takes a little bit longer to initialize. That's because the first time resets it. The second time sets it. So as you see, it's set. Now, we're gonna calibrate it now. GPS calibrate. Hold to the left. And we turn. We're gonna hold it down. See, it says vertical. Now it says initialize. Yeah, we always do this twice because for the simple fact of it is, the reason for doing it twice is because, like I said, the first time resets it. Now vertical. Y'all excuse all the police sirens and everything. As y'all do know, I'm in Chicago. So things go on a lot around here. Now we're gonna wait for this to start initializing. Now, if you look at my controller, you'll notice everything is set to 0, except for the height because it's off of the ground and it's sitting on the case. So now, This moves your camera up and down. These two rear buttons, this is the follow me, and this is return record. Record and take pictures are here. So now, what I need you to know, I'm confident that when I take off with my Spry Plus, because all of my settings are at 0, I did what I'm supposed to do. I calibrated it. I'm not worried about that when I take off that it's not going to do what it needs to do. So, on that note, here we go. So that you know, this is how you start her. If you notice, all Swellpro products are set to run at a slow pace at start. So now, we're going to give the Spry Plus a little lift up. And as you notice, with the Spry Plus, you got to give it, once you get it, you got to fly it. You got to know how to fly it, because once it's set and locked, it's going to lock. You just play around with it. I take mine up usually about maybe 10 feet, 12 feet. So once it gets settled and it locks into place, you have to notice, this is normal for the Spry Plus. If you notice how I brought it up, you have to be able to fly. You have to take control of the drone to get it to set into place for the thing to light up and be where it needs to be. Now, if you notice, it's locked in this position of where it's at. If you notice from my previous test, once it's locked, baby, it's locked. So that you see, once it locks into its location, it's going to stay there. You must know this. You got to fly your drone. You have to be a pilot. As you say, I've flown DJI, I've flown Mavic. This is not a Mavic. This is not a DJI product. This does not have obstacle avoidance. This works off a GPS system. So now, as you notice, I got 100% level, I'm locked in. Now I can feel comfortable with taking my drone up, taking it off, and doing what I need to do. I can go fly. And as you see, I'm not gonna go too high because we got helicopters circling around. I guess some little bad guys did some things around here. Now, as you notice, the Spry Plus does fly good in the air. You know, it's a very nice drone. So you have to just, you know, do what you gotta do, you know, flying it. You gotta follow the steps. If you follow the steps, you won't have a problem with this drone. As you see, it flies great. Now we're just gonna stop and we're gonna hover right there. So what it is, you see us hovering right here, you know, it glides a little bit, it moves around a little bit, but you know, that's what you pay for when you buy a GPS drone. This is a GPS drone. But for it to be locked like it is, that's kind of great. So now, as you see, I fly around all the time. I love this part. You know, we're just gonna cruise around, take it up a little bit more, about 100 feet. You know, we're gonna just go around with it. You know, we're gonna stay in sight. Like I said, you see I got helicopters flying around me, so I'm not gonna go up too high. Now, if you'll notice, with your DJI drone, we're gonna stay low, bring it down, because that joker's. You know, there's some of the beautiful things in our park. This is part of the observatory of the circle of the park. This is one of our monuments in here. So, you know, we have a lot of history over in these parks. And as you notice, you know, you can do some pretty nice maneuvers with the Spry. So, like I said, we're flying line of sight. You know, I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, that this drone is a good drone. You just got to know how to fly. You got to be a pilot. You can't claim to be a pilot and, you know, you're not a pilot. So, you know, you know, and as you notice, it hovers pretty good. It flies around pretty good. Just taking some shots of the neighborhood. Gonna raise the camera up a little bit so we can get some better shots. And as you see, you know, I can just cruise around in the park. All right, Marcus, Brian, we're gonna go for a precise landing test, guys. We're gonna see if this joker can land like it's supposed to. We're gonna take her out a little bit. We're gonna see how she comes home, take her up a little bit. We're gonna take her out over there. We're gonna hit return to home. And we're gonna see how she does. That joker takes off like a bat out of hell coming back, I tell you that much. We're gonna see how precise she is. We're gonna see if it lands or if it or do we got to stop it? All right, Marcus, Brian, here it goes. You guys seen where she took off from? We're gonna see how good she does on the landing. That's not too bad, guys. That's not too bad at all. I would say so myself. So, as you guys see, Splash Drone 3, Spry Plus, you know, just wanted to give you guys some tips, let you see how things normally are with them, from takeoff, from start to finish. I hope you guys learned something. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and you guys have a great day. Peace.